Well, what's going on, everybody? It is Jamie, and welcome to the channel Thrift on Fire. This week, I wanted to talk about all the stuff that sold for me while I was on my current vacation. You know, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably think that I'm running the most upscale Disney food blog ever. As you can see, I ate a lot of great food, had a lot of fun, went to a bunch of theme parks, had a great time with my wife, really. So if you see me out in public in the next week or so, and you see me have like on, I don't know, let's say jogging pants, mind your business. Yeah, I ate a lot of food. I really had a good time. So thanks so much if you followed me along and enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun just to be there and have a good time. But I do want to share with you all the stuff that sold for me while we're on vacation. I was pretty happy with it. There was a couple canceled orders. I will share those as well, but let's get into it. All right, first up, we have this Nintendo. You can see the 125s crossed out. I did accept the best offer of $100. I just listed this a few days prior, so it wasn't up for long. I got a good offer and I accepted it. Now this came from the video game buyout that I did just a few weeks ago. It might have been less than that. It was when I went to pick up the video games and found all the cards. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it down below. But $100 for this, I thought was pretty fair. You know, when I started my time away, this was the first sale I was going to make. So I thought, yeah, let's kick it off with a $100 sale. So I went ahead and accepted it. So it was the Zapper, the Nintendo itself, 2 controllers, just took some basic pictures. I didn't really do much to this, honestly. Just gave it a wipe down, tested it. It was really fun. I actually tested Super Mario 3 at the same time. It didn't come with this game, but I sold that already separately. Yeah, but this is pretty good. Sale for $100. You know, wasn't into this a whole lot of money. I forget if I went back and looked at that sale, how much per item I thought everything was worth, but definitely still worth $100 on this one. Next up, this is actually a canceled sale. Somebody messaged me. It was super annoying, actually. They messaged me, told me this big, long story about going to college and if I could accept $120. Well, I've had these shoes forever, and they would be worth a lot more money, except for the fact, it says in the description, let me just show you a picture here. Right to the side there's a crack. These are like, it's kind of like it's not like real wood. It's sort of like a laminate wood on the side of the shoe. They are really neat. And if they weren't all messed up, they'd be worth a couple $100. I've had these for a while. I've had offers. This person bought them, and then instantly said, "Oops, I found them. I found these from another seller. Can you please cancel?" So the whole thing was just a big waste of time. But I thought I'd share this with you anyway. These still are for sale in my store. I just sort of relisted them at, I think, a slightly cheaper price. Looking to unload these ones, but a canceled order. Next up, this Sony video camera. You see me pick this up in a garage sale video not that long ago. I think maybe I paid about $30 for this. I think this could have been the last video. Also remember when I picked this up, it was the same video where I picked up the Stomping Tom shirt and found some good stuff just around Tillsonburg. So this was a handy cam. I think I paid $30 for this guy. It sold for $105 plus shipping. I did disclose that it's not going to come with any batteries because the batteries wouldn't charge up. It's also missing, you can see here, it's just me testing it out somewhere in here at the bottom. Oh, right here, I took a picture that the rubber piece is missing from the islands. In the description, I also mentioned that as well, so there should be no surprises here. It did work well. There was a tape in it. I tested it out. I did not include the tape because it had somebody's personal information or personal stuff on it. You know, but other than that, you know, there's no issues with this camera. It seemed to record and play, fast forward, rewind, eject taped. Everything seemed to be fine, so I did sell this for $105, and it sold pretty quickly. Next up, another early sale on my vacation. Now, these golf shoes sold for $30. You can see them crossed out. It was the best offer of $30. Just took my basic photos. You know, I like to throw them up kind of crossed up here, show the toes off a little bit. I've been doing an overhead so you can see the back of the shoe. You know, nothing special, just my basic regular photo pictures. Shows the bottoms. Now the only thing with this particular sale, this was again I think maybe first day of vacation mode. I think after maybe about 5 days, the person messaged me and said, "Hey, is there a reason why these haven't been shipped yet?" And I just basically said, "I don't know if you got the notification when you bought this or seen it on screen, but I'm away, I'm in vacation mode. Hopefully that's not a problem." And I just explained to them when I planned on shipping this, which was the following Sunday or Monday. It was actually the Monday when I got these out, but it was no big deal. And I did message them after I shipped them, said, "Hey, tracking's been updated, they're on the way." They said, "Thank you very much," and that was that. So $30 for these guys, not too bad. This golf shoe, I don't know how to pronounce that. I won't even attempt. It's like, well, maybe I'll attempt. buy on. I don't really know, but I found these before. They're sort of like rubbery. They're not leather. It almost feels like, these particular ones almost feel like Crocs in a way, but they're, I found them before. They usually get interesting prints on them, and they usually sell pretty quick for decent money. So when I find them, I do pick them up. Sorry, I don't know how to exactly pronounce that name, but if you do see this brand out in the wild, definitely pick it up. Next up, I sold these Nike Kobe Elites. I'm gonna look up the price here. It's a lot less than $40. I think, yeah, I accepted $35 for this. $12 shipping. I've had these forever. When I found these, I thought they were gonna be really good. At the time, I wasn't so worried about size. As you can see right here, they are a 5 youth, and I did put, I think I have them listed as a women's 6.5, I'm reading here. But I just sat on them forever. Yeah, just same thing, basic. I think I've updated these photos recently. It's more my normal photos. They just had a little material break right there. That was pretty much the only flaw on these shoes. Other than that, they were super clean. If they were a bigger, better size or a men's size, they would have got a lot of money. But $35 for these, not too bad. I don't think I paid a lot for these. However, I've had them for a good amount of time. I'm gonna say well over a year. Next up, you see me pick this up in the private pick video that I just put out. I wasn't really sure what it was worth. I listed it at $38. Somebody offered me $32. Same thing happened on this one. So after the person bought it, after a few days, they reached out and said, hey, how come this hasn't shipped? I just said, same thing, I'm on vacation. Hopefully it's not a problem. This is when I expect to ship it. Yeah, not a problem at all. Shipped it out. So $32 for this one. It was only listed, geez, I'm gonna say days, like maybe 3 or 4 days before this sold. I was pretty surprised. I think being a big size, like 3XL, definitely helps. But really cool vintage Oregon State Nike, I guess it's a jersey. It's like a thermal jersey. Not really sure. But regardless, this one sold for $32 plus shipping. Next up, I sold 2 Under Armour hoodies. Obviously, they're not exactly the same. One is a medium and one is a large, but they went out to the same person. This white one right here, I definitely know I got the Goodwill bins. It was a little bit dirty, soaked it in OxiClean, ran it through the wash, looked brand new afterwards. It's a really nice hoodie. It was 26 bucks is what I got for that one. I think I accepted best offers on both of them. They would have been listed probably closer, higher 30s. Mid to high 30s anyway. And then the camo pullover, size large. Don't remember where I got that one. Probably a half off sale, probably into it, maybe $5. I'm kind of taking a guess on that, but still, that one sold for $32. Not too bad. There was combined shipping on this one, so these ones were pretty nice going out the door. And I'm going to show you the next two because the same person bought these 2 hoodies and they also bought these. So I sold these Cabbage Patch Kids. These ones are little brooches. I'll try to pop up on the screen some better pictures because I can't really blow them up in the section I'm in right now. And this is the same thing. They're like just a enamel little pins, just displayed different way. These ones are a necklace. I had a bunch of these. My wife found them actually at the Goodwill bins one day we were there. I'm gonna say 6 months ago, maybe a little longer than that. I don't remember. You probably see me sell these on a past video as well. I've had them for a little while, maybe 6 months, maybe a year, something like that. But regardless, Goodwill bins, didn't pay much for these, and they've been trickling out the door. I was selling them individually, then started lining them up, and either way you look at it, it's pretty decent, to be honest. $24 for a lot of 2 and $25 for the other lot of 2. Shipping on this is super cheap. I didn't ship it with stamps or anything. I did ship it with actual tracking, but still, I think I was only into the shipping for like $6 to $7. Next up, a pair of khakis. Now, what are these? Haggard Cool 18. I think that's the brand. I've seen them around once in a while. Not something I normally source out in regular stores. These happen to be at the Goodwill bins, and they, as you can see here, were new with tags. And I can't see I think the suggested retail is like $79 and change. So I thought, yeah, I'll take a chance on them. They did sell fairly quickly. Let me just take a look. I'll tell you the exact number because I took a best offer. So they sold for $25 plus shipping. Not too bad. Pretty happy with that. Didn't have them very long. Listed them probably less than a week. They sold for 25 bucks. Average for me for like these styles of pants, or like even like American Eagle jeans, those type of pants, it's usually around the $20 to $30 range anyway. So, for a brand that's not really a great brand in general for resale anyway, these sold pretty quick for me for 25 bucks. Pretty happy. Next up, these Harley Davidson cards. So I have a whole bunch of these. I thought they were gonna be better, and I have sold them when I dropped the price more to reasonable for them. So this is a complete set from 1992. I got $18 plus shipping. Yeah, they're okay. Would I really look for these in the future? No, I think I paid $5 for this particular pack. I've got a whole bunch of them, and it was basically each bundle that I got was $5, so turning 5 into 18. not too bad. If you look at it sort of more like a video game sale in that range, it's not too bad. It's just harder to ship because you can see these are, you can see here in the other photos, it's in a hard case about, you know, maybe 3 inches thick. So it cost me a little more to ship. It probably still only cost me $7 to $8 to ship these out. So not terrible, but, you know, a nice little sale for vacation mode. Next up, we have this little Avon Ghost Glow Stick Lip Balm, whatever you want to call it. So I actually showed this on Instagram Live when we were doing the Halloween show, and I think I talked about it on a couple different videos as well. So this is a really cool pickup. I accepted a best offer of $40. I must have been thinking when I accepted the offer that we were closer to Halloween. Obviously, we're like a month and a half away still. But, you know, I just figured I don't want to get stuck with this thing. Not that it wouldn't sell eventually for good money, but I thought 40 bucks, not too bad. I think I paid $3.50 for it, so pretty happy with that. Probably could have got closer to the $50 range if I was willing to wait it out, but, you know, I took 40 bucks and I'm not sad about it. Next, we sold this lot of 2 PlayStation 4 DualShock controllers. These are parts only. The one had a rattle to it, definitely not good, and the other one just felt, I don't know, I think it just, like, the buttons felt a little weird. Didn't feel confident saying that they worked. I did have a system I could have tested them on. I was just looking to get these ones up quick. They weren't in great condition. I had another remote, I think, that I kept for a complete system that I'm selling. So I sold these as parts only. The one definitely was broken. The other one was questionable. So I just sold them together for 30 bucks plus shipping. Not too bad. Wasn't into these a lot. They were just sort of a throw in and the bottom of a bag from that deal. So, you know, not too bad to get an extra 30 bucks out of that deal. Next up, I sold a pair of shoes. These were from the Restock Canada buy that I did. I did a couple of them. I did a clothing buy and I did a shoe buy. The shoe buy was really good. Most of the shoes were from the Hudson Bay Company and they're high-end shoes. I had some of these kid shoes in it. I still got a couple pairs and I have some like dance slipper type things left over from that buy, but the rest of the stuff all sold for good money. They were all really good brands. New Balance is also a good brand, but, you know, kids sizes sometimes take a long time to sell. You're looking for the right person. This, that, the other, it doesn't really matter. I got $20 for these guys. I've definitely already, you know, made lots of profit on that buy, so this is just sort of like a cherry on top, so not a big deal. They did retail, as you can see here in this picture, for $65, so somebody had a good deal, 20 bucks plus shipping. You know, I think we're gonna both be pretty happy with this. Next up, a pair of Star Trek Deep Space Nine trading cards. These sold for $10 plus shipping. I thought these were gonna be worth more money. I'm not into any of these much. I think in the video, if you go back and look, I think we figured I paid about $4 per item for the cards. And I think I said in another video I expected to get $15 to $30 depending. Well, this was a little bit lower. I thought these would be more collectible because they had like this certificate with them and whatever, but they really aren't. The case is in okay condition. The cards are like brand new, which is pretty nice. They're basically, I mean, it is sealed. It is sealed as far as one of these sets go, but the box is a low condition issue, which you can see in the photos. But the cards themselves are like brand new, so really nice. Only a $10 sale, but once again, when you're on vacation, 10 bucks is 10 bucks, and I will take it. Next up, a Seattle Mariners hat. Now, I thought this would fly out a little quicker. The All-Star game was in Seattle this year, and they've been hot since after that. They've been a really good team, so I thought maybe somebody would pick this up. Really cool vintage hat. It doesn't show on here for some reason. It's not crossed out, but I know I accepted a best offer of $20 on this one. Not too bad. I think I picked this up in the summer at a garage sale. Yeah, I did pick it up this summer at a garage sale, and I think I paid like, I don't know, like $2 for it maybe, something like that. Not a lot of money. Yeah, you know, I could go back and look and edit that in potentially, but I don't think it's more than $2 that I paid for this. Picked up a whole bunch of hats at that sale, and I've sold some of them already, and this one just adds to that, so 20 bucks plus shipping, not too bad. Next up, it was this SpongeBob backpack. Now, I figured I would sell this back to school season, the beginning of September, maybe even prior to that, into the summer, with people ramping up to go back to school. I picked this up at the Goodwill bins, just gave it a quick wash in the washing machine, and it looked pretty nice. This one sold for $20 plus shipping. I wouldn't have paid that much for this, less than $1 most likely. It is super light. Like I said, probably I thought back to school was going to be the reason somebody bought it, but SpongeBob is super collectible. People love him. He's iconic, and regardless, he sold for $20 plus shipping. Next up, we sold a pair of Guess jeans. I've been selling quite a few Guess jeans lately, not for a lot of money. If I can pick them up at the bins for super cheap, they usually sell for between $20 to $30. These ones are crossed out. I'm pretty sure I took a best offer of $20 on these ones, but they weren't listed that long, so pretty happy with the sale. Another best offer accepted. I just listed these right before we left. These are the FJs that I also picked up in that private pick. You can see they're crossed out. I took a $35 best offer on these. Pretty happy with that. I've actually already sold since I've been back a couple other golf shoes from that buy, but they were both on Poshmark. But yeah, pretty happy with these. These are just, you know, some pretty clean, pretty modern FJs. I think these ones have like 2021 in the tag, so they're not even that old. The only issue with these at all is I think it pointed out right here on the toe, there's a little stain that I couldn't get out. I tried to take a 9-line brush in some of this shoe conditioner that I have and tried to like work it out, but I couldn't really get it much better than that. It was a little darker and I just sort of kind of got it washed out, but I did point out in the pictures, 35 bucks, not too bad. Next up, some more seal cards. I picked these up at a yard sale. I think the whole box I paid $5 for. Threw the box away because it wasn't complete anymore. It was supposed to be, I don't know if it was supposed to be 30 or 28. I can't remember how many was supposed to be in it, but it wasn't the complete package. This would have been like one of the ones that's displayed in the store that you could like just buy the packs for, you know, a couple bucks or whatever they're selling them for. These ones were, you know, brand new sealed. I thought they'd be worth more money. They're just not, unfortunately. So I got $15 plus shipping for these ones. Shipped them out this week. I think this was the last sale that I made right before I got home from vacation. But I want to share one more with you. Now, if you're following my Instagram, you might have seen me sell this printer. It sold for $425 best offer. I picked it up in the summer at a community yard sale for something like 20 bucks. It was really cheap. There is ink in it, but I took the ink out because I just doesn't come with any ink. It came with cables and that's it. It does work. I sort of tested it as much as I possibly could, but I believe this works. These things are like tanks. But the person reached out to me and said, hey, you know what, after thinking about it, this is way too big for my home office. If you'd be willing to refund me, you can keep $50 and we'll call it even. I just reached back out to them and said, hey, no, I understand that. That's totally fine. I don't know if you've seen that I was away on vacation anyway, but I'll just refund you the total amount. You don't have to do that. And they basically left me, you know, they sent me another nice message saying, you know, how responsible that was and great shop owner and yada, 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 which I really do appreciate. I don't mean to write it off. It sucks to lose the $425 sale on vacation. That really would have been great, but I did sell quite a bit of stuff while I was off. So, you know, can't really be mad at that anyway. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like videos like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content. Hopefully, you know, it's not the end of yard sale season. It is getting to be the end of summer into fall. They are few and far between, so hopefully we can get a couple more of those videos out of this season as well. That's the plan anyways. If not, there's always thrift stores, there's always the Goodwill bins, there's always all kinds of places to make money. And if you like that, guys, stick around because hopefully there'll be much more before the end of the year.